I mean, that's really what for us in the diaspora, in the American diaspora,
Yeah.
it's got to be the existential question, because it's not guaranteed that that support will continue. I mean, Biden is a strong supporter, and clearly, whoever replaces him or comes after him may or may not be. I mean, it's been an article of faith in American politics for 50 years, 75 years.
Yeah.
Israel is a key ally in the Middle East.
Yeah.
May not remain that, and we have to fight for that, I think, and make the argument why.
I understand, respond, and then, it's 8:30, so maybe one more question, and then we'll...
So, yes, that is a big question. We might be able to go for another hour on this one. We're going to try not to. But I will say, no, it's okay. Look, the fundamental reality is that these issues are fiercely polarized and partisan now in Washington. The idea of bipartisanship around issues of Israel, I'm sorry, is a thing of the past. I think today you had Joe Biden say something that I guarantee he did not want to say. He did not want to get involved in this issue at all, but was essentially compelled to do so. It was reported shortly after, and I don't think it's like, I don't think this was intended, but I just found it notable, that shortly after Biden was very strong in his remarks, that Biden was, or then Netanyahu sort of swatted away in his statement at 1 a.m. That was announced that Ron DeSantis will be going to Israel next month. And I think we'll all be watching very closely. But I'm guessing Ron DeSantis is going to do a bear hug of Bibi Netanyahu. And I think, I think we're going to see increasingly the politicization of Israel and American politics, by which the current debate inside Israel increasingly overlaps with the politics of our own country. What does that mean? It means that Israel is, subject to the particular whims of that political moment. There's a lot to unpack. I'm happy to share more on that, but I think it has dramatic implications for the future. And I do think that what we are seeing within the wider Democratic Party is a declining support, clearly, for Israel, that we have not really seen reflected in the Democratic leadership yet, but that does not mean it will not get there eventually. And I think that on the Republican side, again, I think the future of our politics are not certain. I don't think it's just so clear that it's Republicans, yay for Bibi, and the other side. Because I think we also have this growing isolationist streak within the Republican Party that is not interested in the sort of conflicts of the Middle East, let alone the idea of another war, credible military threat that Israel seeks to have with Iran and the like. So I think the story of the future of U.S.-Israel relations, and frankly the story of Israel, will very much be shaped by how the coming years kind of shake out, quite honestly. And so we're at a really consequential moment for all of these issues. And I would argue it's exactly the moment for our community to start really engaging about the values that we care about and not disengaging. And I hope, I don't know if it's optimistic, but I think the worst thing that we can do in such an environment is to begin to disengage or not use our voice or not begin to find ways wherever you see fit to find solidarity with those in Israel. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I just want to point out that the introduction was that an organization that stands for the two-state solution. We didn't hear anything today about the two-state solution unless the two-state solution is the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel.
I'm happy to talk more if you guys want to stick around. But I know it's the issue of the moment. Yeah. The future of the two-state solution is deeply dependent on what happens within the judicial reform process. Absolutely. But yeah, thank you for pointing that out.
You're great.
Thanks, man.
Call the vote. Thank you. But you were just talking about high, greater engagement with business. Reach out. We're pretty polarized. Well, I mean, yes, yes.
Not for you now. It's not gonna happen. I'm thankful that he says it's not waiting on Netanyahu. I think it's a great thing. I hope it doesn't cost more support.
That's something.
Yeah, but he, okay. He must remain fairly serious. Exactly.
The notion that you can't be critical and tell them what they should be doing is starting to cut out. So that if you vote, just have to fight, we just can't say anything.
Conversations and dialogues, create, trips to Missouri, and you're speaking with those are good things.
But everybody else just said what you said towards the end of our talk.
There were a lot of young Jews in
Here, in the world, in
I think it should be in Washington Square.
wherever the government, shut up and just, who are you to talk first? Who are you to say? So it is wonderful that you have a voice. I can't be here, I have a legitimate chair, because it's been very, very recent that has been something like that.
I'm sure, I'm co-chair. And we're sorry. Anna is. I just had an email out this morning.
New York for Democratic yesterday. After each protest, the amount of people that joins the protest is now more than 1,000.
Thank you so
1,000 people. And like, what, 2 weeks ago, it was like 400 people. Now the what's the because everybody's like, where do I know more? How can I be more?
There's another one this Sunday, do I know you?
I will be in Brazil for the next one. Because you were doing your taxes. Nice for fun.
No, but I had to put all together, and I was